I'm your host, Milena Scantlin, and I've tracked down the experts to get your fitness questions answered. Take control of your life and get the body you've always wanted. Coming up, helpful info you don't want to miss from You Asked For It. Let's move on to another question from our iPad. See, Lou wants to know the optimum amount of meals and snacks you should be having in one day. He also continually snacks throughout the day, even more so when he's been working out. He wants to know if this is detrimental to his metabolism. This is my problem too. I'm a big snacker. So Sarah, the first part of this question, can you tackle that for us?
So yeah, one size does not fit all. Everybody's different. I would first say to look at your schedule. You know, if you're waking up really early, you're gonna have a big gap between your breakfast and your lunch. So definitely plan for a snack there. I don't wake up that early, so you know, I don't have time for a snack in between my breakfast and lunch, but I definitely eat a late dinner, so I do try to allot, you know, at 4 or 5 o'clock for a little snack. When it comes to snacking though, it's really important to practice portion control. I'm a big fan of combining good fats, good carbs, and a little bit of protein, something like an apple with some almonds or mini Baby Bell cheese, hummus, and carrots. That's gonna help keep you full and satisfied and stabilize your blood sugar until your next meal. Some people, though, I will say, do enjoy the feeling of being completely full, completely stuffed. So some people are not good for snacking because they just don't like that feeling of being, well, I'm kind of full, kind of not, I need something else. So for those people, I'm not a big fan of snacks. I definitely think you do need them so that you don't totally overeat at your next meal, but that, you know, eat 5 meals a day thing, it's not necessarily the best rule for everybody.
See, I'm the person that I get the apple and then the peanut butter, and I'm like, oh, I'll just have like 4 more spoons of peanut butter, and the apple's been gone for like 20 minutes. How do you, Scott, plan your meals around your workouts?
Well, there's nothing wrong with eating that extra peanut butter too. And I can tell you right now, you guys eat a lot more exciting things than I eat. I'm pretty much bare bones.
Are you like a brown rice and boiled chicken
yeah,
kind of guy?
you know, pretty much a pasta, whatever's upstairs in the cupboard that I bought at the grocery store, you know.
You're a bachelor, right?
Typical bachelor diet. I mean, yes and no. I have a girlfriend, but she doesn't cook for me all the time. She got grilled cheese the other day, so she was happy. I made that myself. It was pretty good. But as far as me eating for my workout, what I like to do is kind of plan my day. I spend a lot of time in front of the computer, which is hard because sometimes that gets me in the kick of not eating. I'm sure you've been there. Oh my God, where did 6 hours go by? I didn't eat one thing.
Right.
So I kind of have to force myself to eat throughout the day, especially if I'm working on the computer, because if I eat too close to when I go to the gym,
you get sick.
Either you get sick, you might not have as much energy, your body's trying to break down food, and then you're trying to work out at the same time. You might be slower, you don't feel like as energized as you can be, you know, or you get tired on the way. But there's been times where I'll go to the gym and I'll have like a banana or an apple with me in the car, and by the time I get there, it's gone, but it's not too many calories to the point where when I work out, I'm feeling like I'm being slowed down.
Right.
So I usually try to eat most of my calories throughout the day, about an hour and a half before I go to the gym, I stop eating, have maybe a pre-workout drink before I go to the gym. Then after the gym, I eat the rest of my calories.
And water can also fill you up too, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
I was going to chime in and be like, you know, water or warm broth would actually be a good way to fill yourself up if you're hungry.
Christine, we're all guilty of snacking throughout the day. Do you have any advice for us?
You know, I used to be, I don't know if you knew, but I lost 35 pounds and I've kept it off for 12 years.
High five, sister.
Yeah, well, and it was a result of constantly starving myself and binging and dieting and failing at every possible diet and then binging again. But the thing is that what I would do is I would skip meals. I would then eat low carb meals, like try to do the Atkins
But then your
diet.
body hangs on to everything, right?
Well, your metabolism is slower because your body's breaking down muscle tissue and liver tissue. You're also in a state of hypoglycemia, and the symptoms of that are low energy, headaches, sugar cravings, caffeine cravings, mood swings, anxiety, depression, lack of concentration. So you don't want to always be craving something. So that right there is a problem. And then if you go to the gym, then you're going to be even hungrier because you're going to become even more low blood sugar.
Then you skip the gym and you go to a restaurant.
I'm
totally
you
kidding.
are, yeah, we got to talk. But you look great, so don't worry about it too much. And you're young, so you have probably 20 years to figure that out. But what I'm trying to say is it's really important to figure out what works for you, but also not to be doing starving, and then you do this big binge, and then what happens is you do little snackies all night long. That's not a good way to go. I really believe, and I've been teaching people in my nutrition office here in LA for years, to eat every 3 to 4 hours from within 1 hour of waking up to within 1 hour of going to sleep. And I think people should eat a full breakfast, and then 4 hours later eat a full lunch, 4 hours later eat a snack, 4 hours later eat dinner. What I've seen when people actually do that, they eat full meals instead of a bunch of, this whole 5 meal a day or 3 meals, 2 snacks or a bunch of snacks. I don't see that works so well for people, and I've worked with all sorts of people. I work with kids, I've worked with seniors, I've worked with middle-aged people, I've worked with teens and 20-year-olds. And the thing that works best is a full breakfast, 4 hours later, a full lunch, 4 hours later, a snack, 4 hours later, a dinner. And that way you're not always hungry. So for you to have that peanut butter with the apple and you keep eating the peanut butter, that wouldn't happen if you had a full lunch and then 4 hours later you want your apple and peanut butter snack. You're not going to be so hungry and so low blood sugar that you got to keep eating. You'll have your snack, it will satisfy you, and then you're also going to know 4 hours later I'm going to eat a full dinner, and you're going to get a decent portion of carbohydrate, like a high fiber, healthy carbohydrate
Right, not
source,
like a giant
and lean
cupcake
protein.
or a piece of cake.
Yeah,
for
it wouldn't be
dinner.
anything refined. No refined sugars, salts, you know, and none flours. You're not going to do refined foods on any of my meal plans. But that will actually make you feel satisfied, and you're not going to want to snack or binge. You're not going to be craving anything, and that's the key to get people, the place to get them in. You don't want, like, you guys don't want your clients always craving sugar, always wanting to snack. That's a nightmare for trainers, right? It's like you got to stop this client from constantly eating, and then they're working out so hard and they're not seeing the huge amount of weight loss that they want. The key is to get them to stabilize their blood sugar and not feel hungry all the time. And again, if clients are feeling hungry, I always tell them, you know, the hypothalamus in the brain
Controls your hunger,
tells
right?
you if you're
Yeah.
hungry, but it doesn't tell you, it doesn't differentiate between hunger or thirst. So it is so important. I like hit my head against the wall every day to get people to drink enough water. We need to be drinking a lot more water than we are. And people go, oh, I always have a bottle of water with me. Listen, you don't, okay? Hello, you're always hungry. You're not drinking enough water. That's a big issue. And no, diet soda doesn't count as liquid. I'm sorry, like that doesn't work. It's like water, okay?
So drop
Coffee
the
or
diet,
tea.
drop the diet
Can you
drinks.
say that one more time?
Yeah.
There's a certain viewer I'd like to hear that.
Oh, okay.
The diet
Yeah.
soda thing?
Yeah, you know what, listen, you guys, yeah, diet soda, I wouldn't count that as a water serving, okay? That's a diet soda serving. Put it in its category. You can do that once in a while. I'm not saying that that's like not allowed ever. We're human, okay? We're gonna do the foods that we enjoy, and some people do enjoy a soda every now and again. That's fine. But the thing is it's not a glass of water, and it's not gonna benefit your body in the same way. So drink water.